Students, now we will be discussing 6.2, the third question. I is equal to 1 is the lower limit and 3 is the upper limit. Okay, and you can see root of cube root of x plus 5, and the same cube root of x plus 5 is mentioned below. So these problems will come in the similar format where same thing is mentioned on the numerator and same thing is mentioned on the denominator. And this part, cube root of 9 minus x, how it is similar, we'll come to know when we move on. I'll explain it. In short, it is you have to see the limit, this limit and this limit. You can see the limit, the lower limit is 1 and the upper limit is 3. So you have to add plus the 5 number which is there in the numerator. Okay, so when you add, you will get 9 itself. You will get the same similar kind of thing in the square root. So in this form, the questions will be coming in the board exam. So you need to understand that what is mentioned in the numerator and denominator and some similar parts mentioned under the square root. So you have to use this method. Okay, so we will be explaining that in detail when we do the sums, similar sums. Okay, you will see at least 4 to 5 sums of the similar steps. So once you do it 4-5 times, you will come to know what is the steps you need to follow. So right now the question is I integration of 1 is the lower limit, 3 is the upper limit, and cube root of x plus 5. Okay, and the same cube root of x plus 5 is there below, plus cube root of 9 minus x. Okay, so now what we need to do is that according to this formula what we had discussed earlier, so this formula, this rule or the property tells us that a is the lower limit and b is the upper limit. F of x will be equal to integration of f of x will be equal to integration of same limit a to b. Instead of f of x, we will be having the limits a plus b, okay, minus this x, okay, dx in bracket, and we have to multiply that with dx. So same formula we can use over here. So instead of x, what we will be using, a plus b minus x plus 5. Okay, instead of x we will be using, and in the denominator also a plus b minus x over here, and plus 5 plus cube root of 9, and instead of x we will be using a plus b minus x, okay, and bracket close, into dx. So now what you need to do is that instead of a you will be putting 1 and instead of b you will be putting 3. Okay, since a is your lower limit and b is your upper limit, okay, you have to put, instead of a you have to put 1. So 1 plus 3 minus x, bracket close, plus 5. This would be under the cube root, and the similar form you need to mention over here, plus cube root of 9, bracket open, instead of a plus b you have to write 1 plus 3 minus x, bracket close, dx. Okay, so this 1 plus 3 will become 4 minus x, okay, plus 5, and this 4 minus x plus 5 is mentioned over here. The same things are mentioned in the numerator and denominator, plus cube root of 9, this would become 4, 1 plus 3 would become 4, and this minus sign would be there for 4, and when this bracket is open, this will become, x will become plus, because minus into minus we will get plus, into dx. We had seen 9 minus 4 plus x dx. These two terms are similar and these two terms are similar. First, the question we have numbered it as 1. Okay, so this equation we will be numbering it as 2. Okay, so this would be 9, this would be 5 plus 4, you will get 9. Here also 5 plus 4, you will get 9. Okay, so 9 minus x will be on top, the cube root of 9 minus x. Here also the cube root of 9 minus x in the denominator. Okay, plus the cube root of 9 minus 4, you will get 5. Okay, plus x, the cube root of that. So this equation is 2, and the equation 1 is the question itself. Okay, the equation 1 is the question itself. So adding the question and this equation 2, you will get I plus I. On the left hand side it would be I and one more I. Okay, in the question it is there, I is there on the left hand side, and here also there is I. So I plus I. Then you have to write the question. The question is 1 lower limit, 3 upper limit, integration cube root of x plus 5 divided by cube root of x plus 5 plus cube root of 9 minus x dx, and this 2, the whole function needs to be added over here. 1, and this would be 1 is the lower limit, this is the upper limit, integration. Then we have to put cube root of 9 minus x, here also denominator cube root of 9 minus x. Okay, and plus cube root of 5 plus x dx. Okay, now you will see over here on the both the sides, in equation 1 plus equation 2, you can see the denominators are the same. Okay, you can see clearly the denominators are the same. So we had added equation 1 and equation 2. Once we add equation 1 and 2, on the left hand side we get 2i. Okay, I plus I is 2i, and then we have to add these two functions. Okay, so these two functions, you can see the numerators are the same, denominators are the same. Okay, the denominators which is there on the downside, it are the same. So that is why we write the denominators only once, because both the side you can see the denominators are the same. So we have wrote x plus 5 the cube root plus cube root of 9 minus x, only once we have put. Then the numerators will get added. Okay, the numerators will get added. Then cube root of x plus 5 we have taken from here, plus, okay, plus cube root of 9 minus x. Okay, this we have written only once because the denominators are the same, that is why we have written only once. The numerators will get added. Okay, so we have added that. So you can see on the top and the bottom we have same terms, similar terms, so it will get cancelled. This and this will get cancelled, this and this will get cancelled. We will get 1 into dx. Okay, 1 into dx is dx itself, integration of dx is x. Okay, and integration of dx is x. So we get x, then the lower limit we have to put in the square bracket 1 and the upper limit 3. So instead of x, first we have to put the upper limit minus the lower limit. So the upper limit is 3, instead of x we will be putting 3. Okay, and minus lower limit, instead of x we will be putting 1. 3 minus 1 is 2, and 2 divided by 2 we will get answer as 1. Okay, so 2 divided by 2 we will get answer 1. So we have got the answer. The answer is 1. Okay, so this is the final answer of the 6.2, the third question. I is equal to 2 divided by 2, and we get answer as I is equal to 1. Right now we will be discussing about 6.2, fourth problem, the solution of this question. Okay, 6.2, the fourth one. I integration of lower limit is 2, upper limit is 5. This is the integration symbol. We have root x on top, and down also the same root x. All formulas will be like this, then we have to use this method. If on top we have similar function and down also similar function, and here the function would be upper limit plus lower limit, then we have to do this method. Okay, this is in order for you to remember how to solve these problems. So you have to keep this in mind. If this is the structure in the exam it is coming, so you have to follow this method. So here root x and root x both are same. Okay, and this over here you can see 7 is you will get 2 plus 5 is 7. Okay, so you have to use this method, integration of lower limit 2 and upper limit 5 to this rule states that this we have seen the rule itself before. A to b, lower limit a to b, f of x can be written if the same limit is there, then a to b, instead of x we will be writing the lower limit first plus the upper limit minus the function f of x. Okay, so this function, if you use this rule or the property, you can convert this function, above function, instead of x you can write the lower limit 2 plus the upper limit 5 and minus x. Okay, so similarly down also 2 plus 5 minus x, and here also instead of x 7 minus the x factor x is there, so the instead of x you will be writing 2 plus 5 minus x. Okay, so everywhere you have just replaced, instead of x you have replaced 2 plus 5, 2 plus 5 the limit, minus x, this x. Okay, now you will be adding this 2 plus 5 is equal to 7 minus x. Here also you will get 7 minus x plus 7 minus this two terms 7. Okay, when the minus is gone inside the bracket, here the first digit will get minus sign, the second digit, because it is having already minus sign before, so it will get converted to plus. Okay, now integration of lower limit to 5, and this is the same, you can see on top and bottom it is same, and you have got x, you can see this x, 7 minus 7 will can get cancelled and you will get this x. Now this is in the form of same, you have got the first, see, firstly you were writing this question, now you have got the opposite of this has gone before and you have got two similar terms now, and this has moved behind. So here you have to stop and you have to add the equations. Once you add the equations, this is equation number 2 and equation number 1 is our question itself. Once you add the equations, you will get the denominators, you can see it is one and the same. Okay, so if it's a plus b or b plus a, it is one and the same. You can see the denominators out here is one and the same. I plus I, because on the left hand side there is two i's, I plus I, then 2 is the lower limit, 5 is the upper limit, and from this is the question itself we have copied, x under root of x divided by under root of x plus under root of 7 minus x dx. Okay, and this equation 2 we have copied over here, we are added. Okay, this is the question and this is the equation 2 we have added, and this is equation 2 is 2 lower limit, 5 is the upper limit, and 7 minus x divided by under root of 7 minus x plus under root of x dx. So you can see out here, so denominators are the same, so what you can do, by indices rule you can add. Okay, so you can add, the denominators are same, you have written only once in the denominator and numerators will get added. So you have to put this I plus I, we will get 2i from 2 to 5, the lower limit 2 to 5, and you can see once you add root x plus under root of 7 minus root x, you will get the similar terms on the top and the bottom. So top terms and bottom terms, numerator and denominator will get cancelled. Now we had added this 2 and we had got 2i, and we this numerator and denominator got cancelled. So now it will be 1. You will get nothing is there over here on the top and bottom. So we will write 1 into dx. So 1 into dx is dx itself. Integration of dx, you know, it is x. Okay. So once you integrate dx, you will get x itself. Now you have already done integration. So outside the bracket will be lower limit 2 and 5 the upper limit. Now what we will do, that is the important thing in definite integration. What we need is we will be putting the lower limit and the upper limit in terms of x. So firstly we will be putting the first upper limit first. So upper limit is 5 minus the lower limit 2. Okay, so instead of x you have put the upper limit minus the lower limit. Okay, here it is 2i on the left hand side. Okay, here it will be 3. So later on when you see it is here it is 2i, here 3. So this 2 will go down. Okay, so it is multiplication. When you take to the opposite side, it will be it will become division. Okay, so I you have got 3 by 2. So this is the final answer. 6.2, the fifth question. Okay, this is the fifth question. Integration of lower limit is 1, upper limit is 2. Here you can see on top under root of x, and here also under root of x. So these two are same, and this you can see it is the sum of the limits. Lower limit plus upper limit, you will get 3. So this is in the form which we had solved earlier, question number 4 and question number 3. So that same method you have to use in this rule or the property we will be using. Okay, lower limit a, upper limit b, f of x is equal to same lower limit and the upper limit. F of x, instead of x you will be putting the lower limit first, and then the upper limit you have to add minus x. Okay, so here also you will be doing that only. You will be adding the lower limit plus upper limit you have added instead of x, minus x you will be putting. Okay, minus x. Yeah, here also denominator you can see 3 minus, instead of x you will be putting 1 plus 2. Okay, this is the lower limit and this is the upper limit, minus x. Okay, here plus sign is there on the top. You can see that same sign is brought down. Under root of, instead of x you will be putting lower limit plus upper limit minus x dx. Okay, now what you can see over here, 1 plus 2 you will be getting 3, 3 minus x. Here also you will be getting 3 minus x. Similarly here 3 minus, this is minus sign, you need to be careful when it firstly you need to add the terms inside. 3 minus x. Okay, so when you remove the bracket, 3 minus, this minus sign will come over here. Okay, and this minus sign will go over here in the near to x, and this minus sign will get converted to plus sign. Okay, so you can see these two terms are similar, and you minus this number 3 minus 3, you will get the same number itself, so it will get cancelled. Instead of we will be getting root x. Okay, these two numbers will get cancelled and we will be getting root x. So you can see what we have done is over here you can see the question. Okay, in the question root x was written 2 times. Here you have seen here you have to stop. How you can you have to compare these two equations. You can see now which is you can see these two terms are same, and this is the same what you have got in the question itself. So here you need to stop. You have to give equation number 2, and then you have to add these two equations. So equation number 1 is our question itself. Okay, equation 2 we have got this. Okay, we have to add these two terms. You can see their denominators are similar. You can see their denominators are similar. Okay, a plus b or b plus a is one and the same. Then denominators are similar. Now since the denominators are similar, numerators will get added. Here you can see on the left hand side I plus I is equal to 2i. Okay, here lower limit is 1, upper limit is 2. Integration only once you have to put, you have added, this is the same. Okay, and the denominator is the same, and the numerator will get added. You can see root of x plus this. Okay, it has get added. This will get cancelled, numerator denominator will get cancelled. Now when both numerator denominator is getting cancelled, you will get 1 itself, and 1 into dx is dx itself. So lower limit 1, upper limit 2 into dx. You know integration of dx is dx x itself, the function x you will get. And now you have to put, since you have done integration, you need to put the limits. Limits is lower limit is 1, upper limit is 2. Okay, so now 2i on the left hand side, it is 2i. So instead of x, you will be putting the upper limit minus the lower limit. So 2 minus 1, you will get 1 itself, and when you bring the this 2 to the opposite side of the equation, it will get divided. So this is the final answer. I is equal to 1 by 2.